Have you ever wondered why your dog licks your face specifically, rather than stopping at your hands or arms? You probably think it's just affection. Sloppy kisses from an excited pup. But face licking is actually the most sophisticated form of canine communication, a behavior that reveals exactly where you stand in your dog's emotional hierarchy and what role they've assigned you in their life. Understanding the true meaning behind face licks will completely transform how you see those wet morning greetings, because your dog isn't just saying hello. They're making a statement about vulnerability, trust, and a bond that goes back 40,000 years. Pay attention, because by the end of this video, you'll never experience a face lick the same way again. Face licking looks random and messy, but it's actually inherited from wolf pack behavior where subordinate wolves lick the muzzles of dominant pack members to show respect and trigger regurgitation of food. When your dog licks your face, they're activating this ancient hardwired protocol that's been passed down through thousands of generations. But here's what most people miss. They're not treating you as dominant. They're treating you as a provider parent, the same way wolf pups lick their mother's face after she returns from a hunt. Your dog has made a calculation about who you are to them, and face licking is their declaration of that relationship. It's not submission to authority. It's recognition of care. But there's something happening during face licks that goes far deeper than ancestry. Something about what your dog is literally tasting that reveals the ultimate trust they place in you. We'll get to that in a few minutes. When your dog chooses your face instead of your hands, they're making a specific statement about intimacy and access. In canine social structures, face-to-face contact is reserved for the closest relationships. It's the difference between a handshake and an embrace. Your dog is deliberately entering your personal space, your vulnerable territory, because they've decided you're safe enough to approach with complete openness. Notice the posture. Ears often back, body low or wiggling, eyes soft. This is submission language, but not fearful submission. It's voluntary deference born from attachment. They're saying, I trust you completely with my safety, and I place myself beneath your care. Watch when your dog does this. It's rarely during play when adrenaline is high. It's during reunions, quiet moments, or when they're anxious and seeking comfort. They're not just greeting you, they're checking in with their emotional anchor. The face lick is their way of saying, are we still connected? Are you still my person? They're reaching for reassurance that the bond they depend on hasn't changed. Here's where it gets remarkable. Your dog isn't just licking, they're reading you. Dogs have up to 300 million olfactory receptors compared to our 6 million, and your face is a chemical billboard broadcasting your emotional state. Through your skin, your dog is detecting cortisol levels, adrenaline, pheromones, even blood sugar fluctuations. When they lick your face, they're gathering intimate data about your stress levels, health changes and emotional well-being. This is why many dogs increase face licking when their owners are upset, sick, or anxious. They're literally tasting your distress and responding to it. Some diabetic alert dogs can detect blood sugar crashes through facial licking before monitors register the change. But the exchange goes both ways. Studies on human-dog interaction show that this close contact triggers oxytocin release in both species, the same bonding hormone that connects mothers to infants. Your dog is creating a biochemical feedback loop, a mutual drug that reinforces your attachment. They're not just checking on you, they're actively strengthening the bond that makes you both feel safe and connected. If this is changing how you see your dog's behavior, hit that subscribe button. Because we're diving into animal psychology that most pet owners never learn, and you'll want these insights for every interaction with your dog. Now consider what your dog is risking. In the wild, approaching another animal's face is extraordinarily dangerous. It exposes your eyes, nose, throat to immediate retaliation. Predators and prey alike protect their faces instinctively. For your dog to not only approach your face but to lick it, to close their eyes, extend their tongue, make themselves completely defenseless in the most vulnerable position possible, is a staggering declaration of trust. Think about what they're communicating. I trust you will not hurt me when I am utterly exposed. I trust you will not reject me when I show you my need. I trust you with my life in this moment. This is why face licking often increases after you've been separated. Your dog isn't just happy you're back. They're re-establishing that you're still the person who would never harm them in their vulnerability. They're checking that the bond survived your absence. When rescue dogs finally begin licking faces, behaviorists celebrate it as a breakthrough moment. The animal has decided that betrayal is no longer inevitable. that this human can be trusted with complete surrender. Here's the profound part. Your dog has assigned you a role that doesn't exist in adult wolf packs. Adult wolves don't lick each other's faces, only pups lick adults. By continuing this behavior into adulthood, your dog has frozen you in their psychology as the eternal parent, the permanent provider, the forever protector. This isn't regression, it's selection. Zul, your dog has chosen to remain in a state of perpetual trust dependence with you. While they've matured in every other way, they've deliberately maintained the puppy-to-parent dynamic specifically for you. You are the only being in their life who occupies this space. Other dogs equals competitors or subordinates, other humans, variables. But you're locked into a category that transcends their adult identity. You're the exception to their maturity, the one relationship where they permission themselves to be forever young, forever safe, forever held. This is why senior dogs, even as they grey and slow, still lick faces with the same intensity as when they were 8 weeks old. The behaviour doesn't fade because the need doesn't fade. Their need for you as their anchoring parent figure is the one constant in their entire existence. Remember when I mentioned there was something your dog is tasting that reveals the ultimate trust? Here it is. When your dog licks your face, they're consuming your bacteria, your sweat, your skin cells, your tears. They're taking your body's microscopic pieces into themselves. And here's what researchers have discovered. This isn't accidental. It's intentional microbiome exchange. Your dog is literally incorporating parts of you into their own biology. Studies on cohabiting dogs and humans show their gut bacteria begin to mirror each other's, and facial contact is a primary transfer method. Your dog is making you part of their internal ecosystem. They're saying, I want you inside me. I want to carry you at the cellular level. This is beyond emotional bonding. This is biological integration. Your dog is choosing to blur the boundary between where you end and they begin. So the next time your dog licks your face, understand what's really happening. They're declaring you their parent, demonstrating ultimate vulnerability, reading your well-being, strengthening